First case is 25-1658. Lee Egger versus Robert Coulter. Do I have someone here on behalf of Egger?
Yes, Your Honor. This is Lee Egger and her son, Dennis Egger.
Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Do I have someone here on behalf of Robert Coulter?
Me.
Good morning to you both. Or to you as well, Mr. Coulter. All right, Mr. Egger, why is the eviction being sought?
Non-payment of rent.
Okay.
Starting in August. There hasn't been any rent paid since August.
How much is the monthly rent?
$1,200.
Is there any subsidy?
No, ma'am.
Is your property under the Federal CARES Act?
No, ma'am.
All right, and what day did you give the defendant notice to vacate?
November 13th, and then we filed on the 20th.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Coulter.
Excuse me?
I said, good morning, sir.
Oh, good morning. I'm sorry. I have a hard time hearing sometimes, so.
This is fine, Mr. Coulter. Well, Mr. Eggers here, he says this case is a financial situation. So my first question is it correct that the monthly rent is $1,200?
Yes.
Okay. And he says rent's been unpaid for August, September, October, November, now December. Is that correct?
No.
All right. Has August been paid in full?
I'm not exactly sure because the receipts are kind of iffy. As you can see, I did file a motion to dismiss.
Okay. Well, Mr. Coulter, we're going to work through that right now. So if you win your case, it'll be judgment for the defendant. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Under the lease, is rent due on the first of the month?
Yes.
Okay. Was rent paid $1,200 on August 1st?
No.
Okay. Was it paid September 1st?
Partially.
Was August ever paid at all?
Yes.
When was August paid?
It was also partially paid. Everything was kind of partially paid. Also,
Mr. Coulter, let me ask you this then. If you've not made payment in full on time, then the landlord's going to win their case today. What I'm asking here is if the amount of the outpaid rent should be less. So if you have proof that you've made partial payment, I can give you credit for that today. But if you didn't pay it on time in full, landlord has met their burden. They're going to win the case today.
I know you're slow, so I'm gonna summarize this for you. You're fixing to lose. The question is just by how much. You could reduce that a little by proving you paid some stuff.
That's all that's required.
yeah. Well, we also had an agreement. She made me the maintenance man here. And she was supposed to be paying me for that as well.
Okay.
And she never did that. So I told her she could just take it off the rent and she would say, okay.
Do you have that in writing, Mr. Coulter?
No, but I have witnesses and
Mr.
witnessed it.
Coulter, please contact an attorney about that. That sounds like an employment situation here. Do you have anything in writing that says
You filled a few holes.
you don't have to pay rent because you've done work for us?
She would have that. There was some stuff in writing.
Do you have
but
that, Mr. Coulter?
there was not a copy produced.
Okay. What do you calculate that y'all paid as partial payment since August? Because he's asking for $1,200 every month. So I can reduce it if you have proof that you've made partial payments.
We paid in, can I ask to come?
May my girlfriend talk? She was also supposed to be on the lease, and the copy of the lease that you have is not correct.
Okay. How much did y'all pay since August?
She does.
I would have to say somewhere around 2,200, I would say, between all of it.
It can't be a guesstimate.
We've paid in cash.
Receipts and look at your bank. Like this is
We
the
never
money.
got receipts. We never got receipts from her.
She does have.
She gave us a receipt, third
Did you
party
pay
through
cash?
our.
She only accepts
accepts
cash for one.
And she doesn't provide receipts.
Also, any receipt that she provided, I was writing the receipts for her.
All right. So what do your receipts reflect that you paid since August?
I didn't write my own receipts. I didn't feel like that was, the right thing to do.
I will just, for all parties here, anyone, get proof if you pay cash for something. I have a rule of thumb. It's not very polite. It's not very politically correct, but it's a good one. Cash is for drugs and sex. For everything else in life, get a receipt. Right, especially if it's about your residence, Mr. Coulter, because I would happily reduce the judgment, but you've got
God bless her. Sylvia gets it.
to show me something beyond, I think I paid.
Well, she's also falsified the receipts that she has.
How do I know that, Mr. Coulter?
We were just received a receipt this past week from
You should have documents
that
stating
that
these
he
things.
delivered to another tenant, stating that
He
we
wrote it,
paid $300 for the couple of months before August.
which is not true. They were paid in full.
Paid in full. So why?
So she has lost all of the receipts.
And why all of a
Mr.
sudden?
Coulter, ma'am, I asked you if you paid August in full on time, and you said no. You made a
No.
partial payment at some point. Do you know
Yes.
when you made the partial payment for August?
I can-
She has to get on her phone and get in her bank account.
Let y'all figure that one out, because right now, plaintiff has won their case. I'm just trying to calculate the amount of back rent. So
So the fact that the motion,
So
Your
look,
Honor,
August, September, October, November, so
Honor.
that's 4 at the full amount, right? 4 times 1,200. For December, it's gonna be a prorated amount. So I'm getting $38.71 a day.
we weren't
Today
even
is 11.
properly served.
It's
He served the notice to vacate.
$425.
Your Honor,
Yes,
We
ma'am.
weren't-
even properly served the notice to vacate.
Why do you
We
believe?
never got a
We
copy of it.
never received a copy of it.
We
never-
didn't get
we
it
didn't-
until the day he filed the eviction in a
in
text message.
which is not one of the legal methods, I'm fairly certain.
Mr. Egger, what's the method in which you gave notice to the defendant?
It was in person. He signed it on the 13th.
It doesn't.
I
went
signed
there,
it, but I
talked
was
to
never
the-
given a copy.
Mr. Coulter, that's a
Ask for
different
a
thing than
copy.
being given the notice to vacate. All right,
Was that?
right now I calculate, y'all, I calculate 40.
I do not have a video of an initial appearance from Sharon Moore. If anybody has it, let me know immediately. That happened in Washtenaw County. I would think he'd end up in front of Judge Simpson. Holy Toledo, what a mess. The former Michigan football coach. I hate to say this because back in the day, he was interim coach or whatever, but he used to cry. And I'm thinking, this guy's not going to make it. I really did. I really did. And I kind of liked him, but I'm just like, he's not stable. And this is the kind of crap you get. This is the kind of crap you get.
$800 since
You're not
August,
giving
August,
notice.
September, October, November. For the month of December, I have $425. So those
While I'm at it, this is all Brecken's fault.
totals together, dollars. Mr. Coulter, do you have any receipts of payments made since August?
No, we were never given any receipts.
Yeah, we were never given.
Nor were we served properly.
$5,225. Mr. Coulter, for you and your girlfriend, if you find proof that you've made payment, that will reduce the amount that I've awarded today, right? The landlord doesn't get to be paid twice. So if you've made payments toward that $52.25, you don't owe $52.25. But without proof of those payments, I have to put the judgment down to that,
Separate case for
right?
just-
You both
Yeah, here's the ugly truth of it. Here's the ugly truth of it. You can get away with having a side piece. The guy's making $5 million a year as Michigan's coach. Nobody expects anything else is going to absolutely common and tolerated throughout sports, throughout life. But you can't break down over a side piece and then start making through, he drew criminal charges from it. So there's two things. He isn't a great coach. He's not terrible, but he's not great. And then he goes and gets criminal charges against him, which does two things. It embarrasses the hell out of the school, and it allows them to fire him for cause and not have to pay the rest of his contract. This is a no-brainer. If he had won a couple more games and was in the playoffs right now and just got caught cheating but didn't draw a charge, they would bury this all day long, like they would any place else in the world.
both can appeal. You have
Well,
5
we're
days.
gonna have to because you're not listening to us, ma'am.
We
Mr.
sent
Coulter, I am listening.
We've sent you
all of the
several documents showing that everything that they are saying is not true.
They
And
told me that you owed rent and you didn't pay, and you admitted that.
We had
a separate agreement with
with
her.
her. Will you ask her about the agreement
Yeah.
and see what she has to say?
Who's she? I see two
Mrs.
men.
Egger, the
That's
landlady.
that's her son.
That's his son. He doesn't even own the property.
Nor does he even come around. So
Judgment for the plaintiff, 5225. Both parties can appeal. The appeal bond will be $2,400. Ms. Poulter, Mr. Poulter, we're going to send you information. If you wish to appeal and you can't afford the bond, you may be able to do that with an affidavit of inability. If you want to remain in the unit, though, while the case is pending appeal, it's important that you know you have to pay monthly rent of $1,200. We give you a specific deadline for that. You have 5 additional days to post that monthly rent. Otherwise, the writ of possession can issue. All right?
So for December, you're saying?
sorry, ma'am?
So for December, we have to pay the $1,200 within 10 days of today?
You have to first file an appeal. And if you
Right.
appeal, then we give you a deadline to bring us the rent.
Okay,
And then if you bring the rent, the case moves forward and then it becomes due as necessary,
yes, ma'am.
right? All right. We got a good email address when y'all checked in?
yes.
Fantastic. Then you'll get a copy of the order this afternoon. You can begin process as soon as you like.
Thank you.
All parties are excused.
Here. Your Honor, we are here to ask this honorable court to suppress evidence that stemmed from an illegal stop against Mr. Marquise Johnson. Officer Christian illegally stopped my client because he had no basis for the stop. The state will not be able
Oh, here we go. I have no idea. I haven't seen this. Brecken put it together for me, but I'm sensing BS already.
to provide evidence to support the finding that the stop was legal and did not violate Mr. Johnson's Fourth Amendment rights. Furthermore, if your honor does find that the stop was in fact legal, defense is asking this honorable court to suppress evidence that stemmed from the illegal arrest due to lack of probable cause.
Okay.
I guess ASG Bing, you can call your witness.
Marquise rolls in with a hat just to just to clear any doubt as to whether or not this stop was illegal.
Well,
I can't-
does Ms. Bing wish to have an opening statement?
Thank you. Yes, I do. Thank you. Your Honor, the defendant was stopped because of a traffic violation. He was observed on the wrong side of the road, and upon further contact, was seen with glassy eyes, red eyes, and the smell of alcoholic beverage on his person. He was pulled into a gas station where officers made contact with him after observing the traffic violation. And he does consent to HGN. He is belligerent. He drops his pants several times, showing his bare bottom half. And he is then arrested because he acted so belligerently that it amounted to a refusal. There certainly was probable cause, and there certainly was cause for arrest. So the state would call one of the 3 officers that was there,
Bada bang, I say.
starting with Officer Discorbeth.
One
Let's see.
second. Officer Discorbeth, you can come out of the breakout room now. Officer Discorbeth. All right, he's on his way. All right, Officer Discorbeth, raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true.
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. Ms. Bing, your witness.
Good morning.
Good
Can you please state your name for the record?
Regis Discorbett.
And can you tell us what you do and where you work?
I'm a detective with the Glenn County Police Department.
Okay. And are you post-certified?
Yes.
Okay. Being post-certified, are you authorized to investigate crimes, make arrests?
Yes.
Have you done any DUI arrests in your experience?
Yes.
Okay. About how many have you done?
Think about maybe like about 10.
Okay. How long have you worked for the department?
Almost 5 years.
Were you on duty January 5th, 2022?
Yes.
Okay. Were you uniformed?
Yes.
Okay. Were you in a marked patrol vehicle?
Yes.
And what were your duties that day?
That day I was on field training with Lieutenant Ward that day.
Okay. So in the field on the road, is that
Yes, we was on
right? Okay. And did you have cause to make contact with the defendant today?
Yes, we were backing up Officer Christian that initiated the pullover.
Okay. Was that pullover in Clayton County?
Yes.
And was the person that you made contact with when you were backing up Officer Christian, is he on the platform today? Do you see him?
Yes, he's wearing a hat. He got a Christmas tree behind him.
Okay, great.
I don't know. I like this officer. He is no effing around. He is the guy I want out there. He is exactly what I'm looking for.
Did you have your body cam on that day?
Yes.
All right. And can you tell me who else was there? You mentioned Officer Christian, but was anyone else there?
Yes, Lieutenant Ward and Officer Montgomery.
Okay, so Christian, Ward, Montgomery, and Discorbeth. Just 4 of you?
There was just 4 of us there.
Okay. Can you describe so you were not there for the initial stop, is that right?
No, we was not there for
Okay,
him.
that's fine. I'm going to share my screen. Give me 1 second. I've not done this on Zoom before, so just bear with me.
And Your Honor, I would object to that for lack of foundation.
Object to
You sharing your screen.
Well, you don't know what she's sharing first, Ms. Tortorello. Second of all, because of the limitations of Zoom, I'm gonna have to see something to establish a foundation.
Yeah, well, you tell me. I don't know how you all, normally in court, I would show it just to him, just to the witness. Would you like for me to?
Has he seen what you're gonna show?
It's his body cam. So I want to show it to
Okay,
see if
in
it's
court,
accurate.
you would show a few moments of it. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Overruled.
Are you able to see that?
Yes.
It's coming up.
I'm gonna, geez. I'm just gonna play a few moments for you. Oh,
There's an echo, Your Honor.
That's somebody else is on with more than one device. Please mute your devices. If you're not ASG Bing, please make sure your device is muted.
I think it's Mr. Lynch.
All right. The courtroom is muted. Mr. Lynch, if you have your own device, mute it, please.
Okay, I don't know if that's enough time for you, but do you recognize this?
We're not seeing that. I'm seeing your screen with a note about the trial team.
Oh, hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me.
You had it up and then it went. Then I now
Okay.
just am seeing a starry night.
Okay. All right, hang on 1 second. You see that now?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, can you hear?
Not yet.
Okay, wait, there should be something, so I need to Sorry, 1 second.
You can hear the audio, ASG being you're muted.
Okay, sorry, you can hear it, you say?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I think it's fine now. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, I think it's, thank you. Okay, Officer DeScorbeth.
All right, leave prosecutor Bing alone. She just hasn't had all the femininity beaten out of her yet. I find it refreshing.
Do you recognize this video?
Yes,
Okay, can you tell us what it is?
that's undeniable incident.
Okay, and whose recording device is this?
It's my body cam.
Okay, and is this a fair and accurate representation of that recording?
Yes.
Okay. State moves to admit this body cam as evident as Exhibit A.
Any objection, Ms. Tortorella?
No objection, Your Honor.
Will be admitted without objection, Exhibit A to the motion. All right, Ms. Bing, you need to play it or ask questions about it.
Yes, no.
Okay, so I will say something for you. It's new to her to do this on Zoom. Okay, so typically when you're laying a foundation, you want to hand an exhibit to the witness and say, "Do you recognize what this is?" But you want to do it out of the presence of the judge and the jury, so that we can start the process of getting it into evidence. So then we can play it. It's very awkward that you would play first, because then you're skipping the step and you're showing the exhibit before it's entered into evidence. So her hesitation is based upon her professional training. That is what is going on. Nothing more, nothing less. It makes all the sense in the world to me.
It's okay. I don't want to run into some hearsay issues, so I'm going to use this for another witness. I just want to admit it for through Mr. DeScorbeth. If you can share what happened that night when you got on scene.
When we got on scene, the defendant was in the car. I believe Officer Christian asked him to step out.
Objection, hearsay.
Overruled.
When he stepped out the vehicle, he was asked if he had any weapons on him. Instead of him verbalize that he didn't have any weapon, he had pulled down his pants on his underwear so he can show us he didn't have any weapon on him. When Lieutenant Ward attempted to do SFST, he continued to interrupt her several times. Then he was finally put in custody because he refused to comply with the order, and I believe he also refused when we read implied consent to him.
In your experience, you mentioned that he pulled out his pants, that he was interrupting, he refused to comply. Was his behavior typical of that you might see in a driver that had been drinking?
Yeah, his behavior is saying that he was under something, and he also keeps saying that his mom was a judge in Clayton County Court, that he was gonna get all of us fired.
Objection, hearsay.
The party opponent rule.
Overruled.
Okay. So he was, sorry, you were saying that he was saying that you guys were going to get fired. Anything else?
He just keep repeating those things that his mom was a judge or was Clayton County, worked for the Clayton County Court, and he continued to refuse to comply, even though I believe several times about the SFST continued to ask him, and he continued to interrupt and refuse.
No further questions of this witness, although I'd like to retain him for rebuttal.
All right. Officer DeScorbeth, I'm gonna put you back in the breakout room.
Your Honor, I have some
Oh, I'm sorry, cross-examination from Ms. Tortorello. Go ahead.
Officer DeScorbeth, correct?
Yes,
And you work at the Clayton County Police Department, right?
yes,
And you responded as backup at the Chevron gas station at 130 Southeast Jonesboro. Is that correct?
yes,
Okay. And you just testified that you observed Mr. Johnson being belligerent, outspoken. Is that correct?
yes,
And you just testified that he wasn't cooperating with the officers, correct?
yes,
Okay. Would you agree with me that that could just be that he was angry? When somebody is angry, it could be anger, correct?
maybe.
It's just yes or no, officer, detective.
No, he answered. That is a responsive answer. Also, the stifling of a laugh was fantastic.
Yes.
He doesn't have to say yes or no if maybe is what he feels is the answer. You can't tell him how to answer, Ms. Tortorello.
Well, in my practice, Your Honor, respectfully, yes or no, but he can explain himself.
Woo! But you can't instruct him to answer only yes or no, which is what you did. Our counsel.
If maybe was the answer, maybe is the answer.
Okay. So, you didn't testify as to any other physical manifestations, correct?
Yes, I plan on covering Sharon Moore. Does somebody have it? Send it to me. If it happens, I want it for sure.
He also had red glassy eyes when we observe when we observe him.
But you didn't testify to that just now, correct?
No, not yet, no.
Okay. And red glassy eyes could be that he was tired.
He was the coach of the Michigan football team until recently.
Isn't that right?
Tired, maybe red, but not glassy.
Okay. But you would agree with me that you only saw red glassy eyes, isn't that right?
On the scene, I saw red glassy eyes, but when he had got in the car, he had continued to be outrageous, and that's when I smelled the odor of alcohol.
Okay. Officer, now you're saying that you smell the odor of alcohol, correct?
Yes.
But that's not what you previously stated, right? In your
Ms. Tortorello, you're going down a line, but you're gonna keep asking him about what he previously stated. But on direct, Ms. Bing never asked him to describe those things.
Okay, Your Honor, but he just testified that.
But the point you're trying to
Oh, a little sua sponte beyond the scope objection here.
make is that he didn't testify to those things, but he wasn't asked those questions. So you can keep going down that road, but you understand he's on recall. she put him up to establish the video, but she didn't ask him all of those questions. So you're actually doing her work, is what I'm telling you.
Okay, Your Honor, I understand, Your Honor. She did question him on direct.
I get that, but what I'm saying is you're telling him he didn't say certain things, but she never asked those questions.
Okay, Your Honor. At this time, defense rests. Yes, for Officer Discorbeth.
All right. So Officer Discorbeth, I'm gonna put you back in the breakout room. Miss Bing, who's next?
Officer Christian.
All right. So Officer Discorbeth, you're in breakout room number 1. You can just activate your screen and go back in. And Officer Christian, did he leave? Like leave the, no, here he is. Officer Christian.
Hello?
There you are. All right. Officer Discorbeth is going back. He's back in the breakout room. Officer Christian, activate your camera for me. Raise your right hand.
Yes, ma'am. I'm trying to do it now.
No problem. All right. Ms. Tortorella, I'm not trying to tell you how to do your cross, but he's coming back. So I didn't want you to waste time on stuff that he's going to come back for when she never asked those questions.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you for that. I was making sure that he wasn't going to be released before I asked those questions, but thank you.
No, he's coming back at some point. All right, Officer Christian, raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true?
Yes, I do.
All right, you can put your hand down. Miss Bing, your witness.
And can you state your name for the record?
Demetrius Christian.
Your Honor, would you like for him to spell that for Ms.
Yeah,
White?
that would probably be helpful.
Okay, if you could spell that for us, thank you.
Demetrius, last name Christian, Christian.
Okay. And where do T2?
I was working for Clayton County Police Department.
Okay. And what were you doing for them?
I was assigned a uniform division.
Okay, and were you post certified?
I am.
Were you then?
I am. Yes, I was.
Yeah, okay. And what do you currently do for work?
Right now I work for the postal service.
Okay, so you are no longer with the department.
Correct.
Okay. Were you working for the Clayton County Police Department on January 5th, 2022?
Was.
Okay. Were you uniformed that day
Yes.
and in a marked vehicle?
Yes.
Did you make contact with Mr. Johnson that day?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Can you tell us why you made contact with Mr. Johnson?
I observed Mr. Johnson speeding and driving on the wrong side of traffic, passing 3 vehicles at a high rate of speed. He also ran a stop sign, which I had stopped him for, on Highway 138 in Jonesboro.
Did he ever, okay. Did he ever admit to those things during the stop?
Did he ever admit to the things during the stop? No, he did not.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to, I'm sorry. Say that once. Did you say you did not recall or did?
No, I do not recall.
Okay. If I showed you a video from the body cam, would that refresh your recollection?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Your Honor, am I free to play this in just openly? I mean, for recollection, I don't know. It's fine. It's based on your expression.
Yeah,
I can say it's fine. Can you see that? Can the court see that?
Yes.
I am going to play About 10 minutes and 54 seconds.
Your Honor, I will object to this. The rules of evidence are about writings to refresh recollection, not video. So if Officer Christian needs to review his police report, that's fine, but we will object to this. If she wants to play the whole video before testimony, I mean, his testimony, that's fine. But unless she wants to impeach.
Okay, it's in evidence. She can play whatever part she wants. If you want rule of completeness, then you can play it after she plays what part she. If she's playing it to ask him questions about it, she's allowed to do that. If it's not a written document, then maybe he can't refresh his recollection. But if she wishes to ask him to review the video and answer questions about the video, she can do that because it's in evidence.
Yes, that's what I was objecting to.
Okay, so Ms. Bing, it's not a written document for him to refresh his recollection, but did you wish to play portions of the video and ask him questions?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Hold on. I'm trying. Give me a second to.
Bro, get your license, man. Have him step out. Get his ass off the phone. Step off the phone.
Oh, wait, hold on. This is.
FTA. It's a little roach inside the
I'm having a hard time seeing
You know
that.
my dad is?
Okay, what are you trying to do? Get to
I'm
a
sorry,
particular point?
I am, but I can't quite see the timestamp. It's different.
Okay, I can tell you what the timestamp is. It's 13:35, 10:20. Then you went back. It's 11:24, 11:03, 9:59.
Okay, I'm trying to play it from here. Yeah.
From 10:41.
Yeah, it should be 10:41.
Okay, you do it.
Okay,
Let's go.
good.
Let's go. Come on, stop talking. Okay, hold on. Mr. Christian, what's going on?
She just explained to you.
Okay.
Feel.
So I'm saying you had my information.
First of all, let's get something straight. Let's get something straight.
Okay,
let's get something straight.
I'll keep my
You
voice.
cut off 3 cars going into oncoming traffic. You were speeding on a 35. It was 35 miles per hour. You was doing at least 60. It took me 70 to catch up to you. All right. You ran the stop sign. You ran the stop sign on my side. I mean North Main Street. Come and then made a left turn. I lit you up right over here.
You gonna do that to me, Mr. Christian?
Man,
I ain't saying you won't. I ain't saying you won't.
Okay. Mr. Christian, do you hear Mr. Johnson say, I ain't saying you wrong?
Correct. Yes, I do.
Okay. So he's saying that in response to your
What
description.
I just told him.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what you described in the video, is that what the reason why you pulled him over?
Yes, that's my probable cause.
Okay. Okay. You
Anybody still buying defense's opening line that this was an unlawful stop? I hadn't even seen the video yet. And I'm like, I smell nonsense.
can you tell me at what point and why there was well, let me back up. Was there ever a DUI investigation or an attempt for a DUI investigation during that
Yes,
stop?
it was. Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me the reason why a DUI investigation had begun?
He had admitted to having 1 beer, and he was admitted to coming from a club off of Old National.
Okay. Was there anything else?
The red glazy eyes that I observed, and he pulled out when I asked him if he had anything on him. He pulled his pants down multiple times, and that just gave me a red flag. Me and all other officers.
Is that is that behavior that you have seen before, that or those observations that you've made before when you're dealing with a DUI case?
The red glazy eyes, yes. Pulling down the pants was unusual, so that was the first time dealing with that one.
I might have to clip pulling down the pants is unusual. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's accurate. It hits the nail on the head, and it's hilarious.
Okay. Did you attempt to do field sobriety on him?
Yes, Officer Ward attempted to do fields.
And was she successful?
No, he agreed, and then
Did you read implied, was implied consent read?
yes, it was
Did you read implied consent or did someone else?
someone else.
You remember who did?
Officer Ward.
And did he agree to consent to implied consent?
He did at first, and then he declined later on.
Did he explicitly decline, or was his behavior, or did
No,
you?
it was his behavior. He got to yelling. His mom was a judge, and he got irate, and I kind of just said, "Okay, we just gonna take him into jail because he was irate."
All right, thank you. That concludes my questions, but I'd like to hold you for later.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Tortorello, cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor, if you can give me a second to pull up the video. And I'm just gonna share my screen as I do cross. 1 second. I'll share my screen if I need to, Your Honor. Okay, Officer Christian, correct?
Yes.
And you work for Clayton County?
No,
You
I did, and I worked for Clayton County Police Department.
Okay. And currently you work at the post office, you said?
Yes.
And you initiated the stop against Mr. Johnson on January 1st of 2022, correct?
Correct.
And you stopped Mr. Johnson due to several traffic violations you observed, correct?
Correct.
And the stop was at a Chevron gas station on 130 Southeast in Jonesboro?
Yes.
Okay. And you made contact with Mr. Johnson. He wanted to know why you pulled him over, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you responded, and I quote, "You know why I pulled you over," end quote. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Okay. You didn't initially advise my client of the reason why he was pulled over, correct?
No, not initially. No, the reason being because he was irate. He was
Okay.
he was on the phone. He wasn't paying attention as well, and he was yelling.
And you eventually tell my client he ran 3 stop signs and ran, quote, "the light down there," end quote.
Okay.
And then you said Mr. Johnson speeded and went across 2 cars. Isn't that right?
He went across 3 cars, I believe, driving the wrong way.
I'm gonna now share my screen, and I believe this is minute 1. Your Honor, I'm gonna start the video at minute mark, time mark 1 minute 45 seconds.
Okay.
Help him on this one. There you see, you went across 2 cars, and you started to get down the car. Enough. Hold on. Why you saying, "Oh, no, there's nothing on me, sir"? I asked you a couple times, get your lights up. Enough. Step out, get his ass off the car. Step out the door, man. Step out. First of all, you ran through, open the door, Christian, ran the light down there. Yeah. Step out, man. Step out. Help him on this side. There you see, you went across 2 cars, and you started.
Did you hear yourself right there, Mr. Christian?
Okay.
You stated there you went across 2 cars, isn't that right?
Yes.
Okay. And Mr. Johnson wasn't slurring his words when you spoke to him, isn't that right?
He wasn't slurring his words.
You're saying, can you repeat your answer, please?
You asked me, was he slurring his words?
Correct.
I testified
Objection,
that he had.
objection, I'm sorry. There was no mention in cross that about slurring words. I mean, I'm indirect about slurring words.
But this is her first cross, so she gets to ask these questions. Go ahead, ma'am.
So, what was your answer, Mr. Christian?
No, I can't recall.
Okay. He was actually angry and questioning you about why he was stopped, right?
Okay. Yes.
And he pulled his pants down, right?
Yes.
He just wanted to assure you he had nothing on him. Isn't that right?
That's what he said, but you don't pull your pants down when we could just search you. That's unusual. He pulled them down twice.
Well, wouldn't you agree with
What
me?
was the reason for the second time?
Okay. If you can please stick to the question being asked.
That's a rough argument, but she's sticking with it.
Okay. So you're saying that if you can answer clearly again. So my question was, he just wanted to assure you he had nothing on him. Isn't that right? And your response?
Ms. Tortorello, that's been asked and answered. He said that happened the first time. Why did he pull his pants down the second time? He already said he did that in response to that.
Okay. And he did this because you asked him if he had weapons on his person, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And he addressed you by your last name at one point, right, officer?
Yes.
Okay. If he was impaired, he wouldn't have been paying attention to your name. Wouldn't you agree if he was that impaired?
That's not true.
Okay. In fact, you proceeded to ask him after you learned he knew yours about his name. Isn't that right?
Yes.
But you're the one that initiated the stop.
Yes.
So you should have known his name by now. Isn't that right?
How can I know?
That's not true was a great response. I reject the premise of your question. Next.
Know his name when he was refusing to give me his ID during the court when I was asking for it.
Okay. So at what point did you get his ID or identify him?
Finally, was able to ask him for his name, and he finally gave it to me.
Okay. I'm going to play. I'm going to start at 5:55, Your Honor. Minute mark, 5 minutes and 55 seconds. I can. Yeah.
It is. But I'm saying you gonna charge me with that? Did I say I was gonna charge you with that? Okay, you're right. My fault, Mr. Chris. My fault. What's your name? Hey, Marquis. What? Damn, bro. What? Marquis. MARQUIS? Yes, sir. What's your last name? JOHNSON, man.
Mr. Christian, wouldn't you agree with me that this was before he got on the back of your patrol car?
Yes, that's before he got in the back of my patrol car.
And he
Yes.
identified himself to you at that point, correct?
Correct.
And you were writing a citation at that point, isn't that right?
No, I'm writing his name down.
Okay, what is that paperwork you're writing on?
I'm not sure. I can't recall, but I know I'm writing his name down.
Okay.
In fact, after that, I went and checked his name that I could recall.
Mm-hmm.
So.
He had no problem giving you his name and date of birth, correct?
He did have a problem with it.
Okay, let's go back to the video.
You going back to that video, but when we initiated the first time, he had a problem with providing his name and date of birth.
But he had no problem on giving the date of birth to you eventually, isn't that right?
After.
And again, this was before he went on the back of your car.
I'm not understanding what you trying to ask.
It's okay. I'm going to play a video at 6 minutes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, before she does, I have to
What are you
object to
asking?
relevance. Yeah.
Because he said he was at the back, he was at the rear of the vehicle. when he gave me his name. I looked at the video. The man was leaning on the rear of the vehicle when he gave his name. What's the question?
Your Honor, the
What's the
question
point you're trying to make?
that Mr. Johnson was able to provide Mr. Christian his name and date of birth. So he was able to articulate that to the officer accurately, Your Honor.
Okay, we just saw that.
Okay. And you advised my client that he cut cars going into oncoming traffic, and he was speeding, going 60 in a 35-mile-per-hour zone. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Then you told them it took you 70 miles per hour to catch up to him. Isn't that right?
Correct.
And then you said he ran the stop sign on North Main Street and then made a left turn, correct?
Yes.
But you previously told him he ran 3 stop signs and ran a red light and speeded across 2 cars. Isn't that right?
I can't recall.
Okay. You just testified that that's what you said initially on video.
That he ran stop sign. That he ran a stop sign. Yes.
And he went past 2 vehicles.
He went past at least 2 or 3 vehicles from my
Okay.
recollection.
All right.
He drove on the wrong side of the road,
Okay.
passing those vehicles.
But that's not what you initially told him about at the stop. You didn't advise him that he drove on the wrong side of the road. Isn't that
Okay.
right?
Sometimes when you're frustrated, it don't come out right then and there. But he was. I told him of it.
So which one is it, officer?
I'm not. I just told
Your
you.
Honor,
I'm not understanding
Your Honor,
what you're trying to.
I have to object. This is kind of harassing and badgering. I think this has been beleaguered.
Your officer, where is you had a dash cam, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Why were you, and you weren't able to, and where is that dash cam?
That's an older vehicle, so I might not have the dash cam at that time. I
But
may
you
have, I may
recorded-
not.
You were able to record the stop on your
During-
dash?
I'm not sure. If it's that old vehicle that I used to drive, I believe the dash cam didn't work. Or it might have.
And your body cam, did you have body cam on you that day?
Yes, I did.
And where is that?
You got
Were
to
you able
contact the
to-
department.
The state didn't ask you for your dash cam and body cam?
Ma'am, you got to contact the department. I don't provide that.
Okay. And what about an incident report? Did you ever write an incident report?
I don't recall. You asked me something. It's 20 something, 22 or something like that.
So you don't recall writing a police report on the stop that you made that day, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
I don't recall.
You think that's something important to have, officer?
I don't recall if I wrote one or not, ma'am.
I'm just asking if you think it's important to have a police report.
That's why we wear body cams as well.
But you're also trained to write an incident report, isn't that right?
Am I trained to write an incident report?
In your training, you've been trained to
Yes, I know how to write an incident report.
okay, for your cases, correct?
Yes, for regulation.
Especially if you are an officer initiating a stop for a DUI.
I initiated the stop. May I say something?
Hold on, Officer Christian. Ms. Tortorello, if you're challenging probable cause, the probable cause for the stop was the traffic violations. I've heard enough to establish probable cause for that. If you're challenging the DUI, that's not what you initially said. If he didn't have, no. You said you're challenging the probable cause for the stop. And if he didn't have probable cause for the stop, then you're challenging everything else that came after for the DUI investigation. He and Officer Descorbet have established enough for a probable cause to stop this man.
Okay, Your Honor.
So I'm not sure where we're going with this.
I just want to put some things on record, Your Honor, in case this gets
sure. But if what you asked for was probable cause for the stop, we have more than that.
Okay. Yes, Your Honor, defense rests
All right.
on, Officer Christian.
Anything
Yes.
else from the state?
Just closing then.
All right. All right, I'll hear from the state. I'll hear from the defense.
Your Honor,
Yes.
do I need to be here?
No,
I
you're
got
free to
low.
go. You're
Thank you,
free to go.
ma'am.
I got you. Get, you got to get the mail out.
Thank you, ma'am.
Neither sleet, nor storm, nor subpoena.
All right. Thank you.
Take care. Be safe. All right.
All
We
right.
got you pretty good.
Argument.
State first?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Your Honor, Frederick v. State, 270 Georgia App 397 says the defendant admitted that he had been drinking. The officer smelled a strong odor of alcohol on the
Objection,
defendant's.
Your Honor.
First of all, I don't care about that because she's challenging probable cause for the stop. Let's stick to that.
Your Honor, in my opening, I was challenging the illegal stop and then probable cause for DUI arrest. That was in my
That's not
opening.
what you said. I wrote it down. You said you were challenging probable cause for the arrest or for the stop, and that you wanted anything after that suppressed.
No, I said, and I actually write down my statements, Your Honor, and respectfully, I'm asking the honorable court to suppress evidence that stemmed from the illegal arrest due to lack of probable cause.
But if there's probable cause, the arrest was not illegal.
For DUI? Okay, yes, Your Honor. For DUI, Your Honor.
He didn't stop him for DUI, Ms. Tortorello.
Yes, Your Honor, but he was charged with DUI.
Right, because there was a subsequent arrest. But you asked for probable cause for the stop.
No, I asked for to suppress evidence that stemmed from the illegal arrest due to lack of probable cause.
Oh my God. If the arrest is good, the DUI's in. I don't know how she doesn't get it. And the arrest is good.
Cause.
Argument. Go ahead, Ms. Bing.
Okay. Sorry, I was beginning and you said you didn't want to hear that?
No, go ahead. I want to hear it now.
Okay.
Let's get everything on the table.
Okay. So Frederick v. State, 2270 Georgia App 397 states that the defendant admitted that he had been drinking and the officer smelled a strong odor of alcohol on the defendant's person, observed the defendant's eyes were glassy. The court held that the arresting officer had probable cause to arrest for less safe DUI. State v. Sledge, 264 Georgia App 612. The Georgia Court of Appeals has found that even in the absence of field sobriety tests and officer's observation that the suspect has bloodshot, watery eyes, exudes an odor of alcohol is sufficient to show probable cause to arrest the suspect for driving under the influence. So here, officers observed him on the wrong side of the road, glossy eyes, red eyes, smelled strongly of alcohol. He admitted to alcohol at a bar. Officers are free to stop motorists for traffic violations. And if and when they make contact, the officer observes additional reason to continue his investigation, he may do so. We saw the body cam starting at 10 minutes and 54 seconds that Officer Christian said to him that he cut off 3 cars. Whether it's 2 cars or 3 cars, it doesn't matter. It was an erratic and unsafe violation. He went into oncoming traffic. He was speeding. Took him up to 70 miles an hour to catch him. That was the reason for the stop. After making contact, officers observed those physical evidences of having of a person that's been drinking. And because of his belligerence and refusal and observations, there's certainly probable cause to arrest the defendant. And so we would ask the court to find probable cause for this arrest.
All right, Ms. Tortorella?
Your Honor, based on witness's testimony, we are not challenging the stop. However, we are challenging lack of probable cause for a DUI arrest. Your Honor, the rule is well established that evidence which shows only that the defendant had alcohol in her body while driving provides insufficient probable cause to arrest for Date versus D'Amato, 302 Georgia App 181, 2010. The Court of Appeals reasoned that impaired driving ability depends
It's all fruit of the poisonous tree here, people.
solely upon an individual's response to alcohol. Because individual responses to alcohol vary, the presence of alcohol in the defendant's body by itself does not support an inference that the defendant was an impaired driver. According to the Court of Appeals, odor of alcohol emitting from a person admitting and a positive PBT result is not enough probable cause for a DUI arrest. In D'Amato, the defendant was also in a one-car accident with a deer. Furthermore, while bloodshot eyes and slightly pale skin may support a finding of impairment, such evidence does not require a finding of impairment. Here, Your Honor, Officer Ward, the officer who actually did the DUI investigation, didn't even testify as to her DUI investigation. Officer Christian alleges traffic infractions and statements about those infractions, which were inconsistent. Moreover, the officer didn't even recall whether or not he wrote a report regarding those traffic infractions. Mr. Johnson was also not slurring his words. The state only has an admission of drinking a beer and bloodshot eyes, which do not require a finding of impairment. Therefore, Your Honor should find that there wasn't enough probable cause to arrest Mr. Johnson for DUI less safe, and everything after the arrest is fruit of the poisonous tree and should be suppressed. Nothing further.
So the court observed the officers, Officer Christian, who admitted to being frustrated. So Mr. Johnson, at the initial stop, he said he wasn't able to really tell him because he got frustrated and it wasn't coming out. So he said he passed 2 cars, he passed 3 cars. But when he stated it at the rear of the vehicle, he talked about his manner of driving, which is important for DUI less safe, because if someone observes the manner of driving, that also is a clue for impairment. He was on the wrong side of the road. He was passing cars. He blew through stop sign. He was driving in an erratic manner. They pull him over at the gas station. He won't give his name initially. He won't give his date of birth initially. Officer Christian, or former Officer Christian, testified to that. It wasn't until they got him out of the car, he gets to the rear of the vehicle, and then he can give his name. Officer Christian and Officer Descorbet observed red, glassy eyes. They observed the smell of alcohol on him. He admitted to drinking alcohol. He admitted to coming from a nightclub. He was combative with the officers. And when Lieutenant Ward attempted to do a field sobriety exercises, he agreed, then he disagreed, and then he was combatant. But one of the most telling things is he pulled his pants down twice. So in the grouping of things that officers can consider for a probable cause for a DUI investigation and thus a DUI arrest, all of those things, it might not be one thing, it might not be 2 things, it might not be 3 things, but he was driving on the wrong side of the road. He pulled his pants down twice. He smelled of alcohol. He was coming from a nightclub. He was combative. Initially, he wouldn't give his name or date of birth. All of those things. So when you make your argument, Ms. Tortorella, you can't just argue the things that you want because they make your client look good. It's the whole grouping of things. Yeah, you're agreeing to the fact that there's probable cause for the arrest, but part of the arrest was he was driving on the wrong side of the road. That is also something the officers observed. And for DUI less safe, we're not talking about DUI per se, but for DUI less safe, the manner of driving is an indicator. So the court finds that there's sufficient probable cause for the initial stop and the DUI arrest. Motion to suppress denied.
She nailed it. I knew she would. But for some reason, I need some no receipts, Rhonda. No, some receipt having, Rhonda.
Pull a receipt on you. Call me receipt having Rhonda right now, okay? Because only a fool could see that I ain't took shit from this lady.
Listen to the sad tale. Shaking in my boots. Ha! Let the funk roll. Says she's running a legitimate business. Oh, Lord. Got her ADP bank account, a whole damn stiffness. Said we're shaking in our boots, yeah, you got us real low. She's going harder, but where the hell does the money go? Scared off the customers, the real people she can't keep. Cause all this lowballing bum bitch behavior got her in too deep. She said, y'all shaking in your boots. Baby, we just dancing to your crazy excuse. She said I need to see the receipt. She needs a mirror. Bring the proof, bitch. Oh, the hypocrisy. Women lie, but numbers don't lie. She's the only one talking that low down lie. Yeah, we got the paper, baby, but it ain't on us. She's just throwing a fit, cause nobody she can trust. She's being attacked by complete bum bitch behavior. Honey, look who's talking, you the only sad layer. She's saying low things, but she ain't a low ballin' person. But this coming for me shit is what she's rehearsing. Chocolate you on live, saying I stole your dough, all lies you got. She got 1,000 excuses with her crazy eyes. She thinks we're miserable, wants us to stop speaking to her. But she's the one who's mad and acting so amateur. Oh baby, the poor woman is hurt, slapped in the face when she's doing her favor. Said she was charging way fucking more than that. She's a giver. Schedule C2 dependents, a real tax preparer. Police, she's screaming, who did I rob? Who did I rob, y'all? You stole the spotlight with your dramatic draw. Said she got to clip some of this shit to grow. She ain't clipping nothing but her own damn show. I'm in spiritual warfare, she said. The devil is trying to attack me. Baby, the only devil is your sad ass. You see, you have no power over me. I am bigger than you, please. Your threats are lighter than a cheap silver digger. She said, you too old to be fighting. You old bitch, you need to level up. She wants me to hate her, but I just can't get enough. Your pussy popping, pussy selling ain't gon' work no more. She's talking about everybody but the fool right outside the door. She said I'm building a 3-figure fucking company. That's not even enough money to buy a new tummy. I don't give a fuck, neither do we. If it ain't directed, it's not respected. So why you tagging everybody but the one who checked? She lost her grandma, got her medicine changed. She said get your